What's up? My name is Janae Marie, and I am the author of this crazy book called Besties. Now, I am here to read an excerpt from my book. I'm going to read the first chapter, but before we get into it, I am going to read the wonderful synopsis so you can get an idea of what the story is all about. They said, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But what do you do when your best friend turns out to be both? This is the question Crystal Hall Rose has to ask herself once she finds out the truth about her longtime friend, Trish Yearwood. When Crystal begins to live the fairy tale lifestyle Trish so desperately desires, she stops at nothing to sabotage Crystal's happiness, even if it means murder. With friends like this, who needs enemies? So, without further ado, let's get started with Besties. Okay. So, this first chapter is entitled Wedding Bell Blues. Today was one of the most amazing days of my life. Renewing my vows with my husband, Kevin Rose. I again will be pronounced Crystal Rose. My husband and I have shared many wonderful years together. See, we didn't have the finances all those years ago for a huge elaborate wedding. So I just could not wait to walk down the aisle towards my king. Sitting in the dressing room of the church while the bridesmaids fussed over my hair and makeup, I saw everyone except my maid of honor, Trish Yearwood. We had been friends since childhood. She was my ride or die. We did everything together, even college. I now work as an anchor for a prestigious news channel, and Trish works as a reporter. Lost in my mental trance, a friend tapped me on the shoulder. How does it look, Crystal? My bridesmaid, Amanda, questioned. It looks great. You always do great work when I need it. Okay, where is everybody? Where's Trish? Anyway, let's go. It's time. Oh no, I'm not ready, I squealed. Too late. I grabbed my bouquet and Amanda placed my veil over my face. We walked toward the chapel. Instantly, I felt butterflies in my stomach. Meanwhile, the pastor came running towards me in a panicked state. Sister Rose, we have a slight problem. We haven't been able to find Brother Rose nor Sister Yearwood. Oh no, I thought. I stormed into the chapel and searched around everywhere for my husband. I knew he would show up. We had planned our vow renewal ceremony over the past year. I looked all around and still couldn't find either one of them. I didn't know what was going on. My friends approached me saying they had finally found them both. I followed my bridesmaid and walked towards where they were leading me. I was sure I'd be letting my husband know that it was time to get the ceremony started. But instead, I got the biggest shock of my life. The doors flew open of the storage closet, where I was told that was where they were. My so-called husband was screwing my best friend against the wall of a church in a closet. Everyone was appalled at this sight. I was truly disgusted. They were going at it until I walked up to them. All his groomsmen and my bridesmaids were standing around. They gathered themselves together and my husband just stared at me. I walked right. I walked right up to him and slapped the piss out of him. I was in a church, so I refused to curse. Trish walked right out of the room and began down the hall. I walked up to her and grabbed her by her arm. How the heck do you do this to me? This is my husband. What is wrong with you, Trish? What? What do you mean? What? You just screwed my husband. My husband! You can't get your own man? Your man. You're so silly. You mean our man? You remember when I told you I was pregnant? Guess who's the father? She said, rubbing her small belly. I've been trying to ruin your life since college. It's just now that you're finally catching on, she taunted. I knew I was in the house of the Lord, but I just couldn't take it anymore. You bitch! I jumped on Trish and we began fighting. Yes, we were scrapping inside of a church. Everyone rushed over to us to break us up. I remember Amanda pulling me off Trish, attempting to hold me back. Full of adrenaline, I wanted to kick her ass, as well as my husband's ass. I saw him standing against the wall. He looked pathetic. I pulled my ring off my finger and threw it at him. It's over. Give me a divorce. Go be with that hoe. I yelled before me and my bridesmaids walked out of the chapel. I knew Trish was a snake, but I tried to deny it. I tried to overlook it for many years. Seeing the things that she did with her other friends and even her sister. I just never thought that she'd be the one to stab me in the back. It was plain to see that this bitch had it out for me. Sadly enough, this wasn't even the worst thing she had done to me. Okay. And that is the end of the first chapter, entitled Wedding Bell Blues. So, just to recap, Crystal, who is the main character here, has her heart set out on renewing her vows to her husband. You know, and it's the day of the wedding. But instead of her walking down the aisle, she finds her man and her so-called best friend hooking up with each other, and not only that, her best friend is pregnant by her husband. Who does that? Okay, who does that? That's definitely not a woman that you would call your best friend. Okay. So if you guys like that little excerpt, can definitely come back for a part 2, and I'll read chapter 2. So just comment down below, let me know if you want part 2 to this. If you would like to purchase this book, you can go to JanaeMarieBooks.com and get it from my website. And JanaeMarieBooks.com is the only place where you can get an autographed copy from me, the author. So you can head over there to JanaeMarieBooks.com and get a copy completely autographed from me. And like I said, I'll come back and we can keep dishing about this crazy story, because it gets even worse. And ladies, be very cognizant, be very aware of who you decide to call your friends, because some of these women out here are straight haters. They're straight haters. They want the life that you have. Okay, so Crystal is completely devastated that her longtime best friend, you know, even though she's devastated, she said that all the signs were there. She just said, oh no, that wouldn't be me. She would never do me like that. But it doesn't matter. If she's a hater, she's a hater. It was just her turn, I guess. But again, comment down below and please let me know if you would like for me to read chapter 2, and I will come back with chapter 2. And again, my name is Janae Marie, and this book is entitled Besties. So like, follow, share, comment, and I will get back with you guys next time. Peace.